You're listening to Systemic Error Podcast. The failure was designed.
Fox News analyst says Pope has exposed Trump as flailing lame duck, based on an article by Thomas Kika. Trump's feud with the Pope is not the story, it's the symptom. The power is still in the White House. The source article frames this as a personality clash, but the real political fact is simpler. Donald Trump still holds institutional power, and he is using it badly. The Pope does not control the federal government, immigration enforcement, war policy, or the machinery that shapes daily life. Trump does. His decline, as described here, is not caused by a clerical insult. It comes from decisions on Iran, the economy, and immigration that are already pushing him into negative territory with voters outside his base. The Pope became a convenient foil. Pope Leo XIV is relevant because Trump made him relevant. Trump initially tried to claim the novelty of the first American Pope, then turned hostile when the pontiff's public posture aligned with basic Christian language about refugees, poverty, and war. That is not confusion. It is a politician reacting badly to a moral authority he cannot command. The feud matters only because Trump decided to turn it into a public test of loyalty. Misdirection is doing the work. The weakest part of the article's framing is its tendency to treat the Pope as a surprise political player, as if Trump's support were being drained by an external force. That is backwards. The Pope did not create Trump's weakness. Trump's own behavior did. The false claim about Iran, the offensive memes, the reflexive hostility toward criticism, the habit of turning every rebuke into a grievance ritual. The damage is self-inflicted. The Pope merely exposed it. The polling is a warning about authority, not piety. The numbers cited in the piece are telling because they show how badly Trump fares when judged against a figure who does not perform cruelty as a brand. Gallup, Economist, YouGov, and Pew all point in the same direction. The Pope is broadly liked, including among Catholics who are not especially observant, while Trump is underwater. That does not mean Americans have suddenly become devout. It means they can still recognize the difference between a public figure associated with mercy and one who markets domination as strength. The real pattern is moral cowardice in power. What this story reveals is not a rare feud, but a standard Trump pattern. Attack institutions that cannot be easily bullied, lie when cornered, and pretend that disrespect is persecution. The article's own details show a president who mistakes mockery for authority and treats a religious leader's critique of war, refugees, and wealth as a personal insult. That is the politics here. A powerful man demanding submission from a weaker target while his own failures keep piling up in public. Judgment comes from power misused. The deeper lesson is not that the Pope defeated Trump. It is that a presidency built on spectacle, grievance, and cruelty eventually runs into people and institutions that do not need permission to outlast it. Trump still has the office, the megaphone, and the machinery. What he is losing is legitimacy. The more he lashes out at figures like Pope Leo XIV, the clearer it becomes that his real opponent is not the church, or immigration advocates, or even his critics. It is the record of his own decisions. You've been listening to Systemic Error. Thanks to Alternet for today's article, with the automated voice of Labrits R. Thanks for listening.